Player ratings, guys. You know the vibes. Start off with Vicario in goal. Vicario mixed feelings with Vicario. I thought first half, I thought his kicking wasn't great. I thought the first goal we should have definitely of saved. He has to do better there. It's basically down the middle. I know it takes a little deflection, but Vicario has to do better. But he did save us with that great save from Turkey. I have to admit. So I'll give him credit for that as well. I did feel like he made a couple decent saves within the second half. So I'll give Vicario a five, but that first goal, man, that's sloppy. Um, right back, Archie Gray at right back, well, right wing back, at least at the start. I thought first half very tamed. I didn't think he went forward that much. He wasn't that aggressive as well. Um, Semenyo was playing like in that channel between him and lead in the first half, and they had a bit of difficulty dealing with that. But I thought second half, great. He grew much more into the game, especially when he moved back to a four at the back. I thought he was more aggressive, getting stuck in more, just retain the ball much better within the second half. So, you know what? I'll give Gray a six. I'll give Gray a six. Moving on to Paulinia at right centre back. Well, at least in the first half, Paulinia a great game. I thought, especially when Romero came off, like in the second half, I thought he stood tall for us. We needed a leader there, and he was exactly that. He dealt with Semenyo. He dealt with him. I'm not saying Semenyo never beat him like two, three times, but for the whole game, Semenyo didn't really do nothing. He was solid, challenges, um, like the Julesy one. Yeah, Paulinho, great player. I'll give him a seven. Moving on, Romero. Romero, I thought he played okay. You know, I thought he played okay. Could have done better. Could have done better. With the second goal. No, yeah, should have done better with the first goal with Cherokee. But you know, yeah, I'll give Romero. I'll give him a five. I'll give him a five. Moving on, Dragasine, blood. He had a game of two halves really. First half, I thought he was piss poor, involved in both the goals. Second half, he definitely grew into the game, definitely much more solid. Especially when we went back to our back four, I thought he was much better. But I still have to give him a four because he was involved in both the goals. So Dragasine, he has to get a four. Left wing back Undogi. Yeah, I thought Undogi, he really gave us an outlet in both the halves. I thought he was really trying. He was really trying to go forward and make things happen. Another good display from Undogi still. So I'll give Undogi a seven. Moving on to midfield. Let's start with Basuma. I didn't think he had a bad first half. Obviously, he did get subs, so Frank clearly thought different. Um, yeah, he was involved with the first goal. Should have done better. Yeah, I'll probably give Basuma a four. Probably give him a four. Moving on to Gallagher again. The game of two halves. I thought the first half he was losing the ball so much. Poor first touch. Not really progressing forward. I thought he kept picking up the same positions with Basuma as well, and that wasn't good. We didn't need that. I thought second half he was much more further, much more high up the pitch, much more aggressive. He offered more. Plus, he delivered the ball in for Solanke as well. So he got an assist for that. So yeah, I'll give Connor a six. Um, moving on, moving on to the front line, Mawani. Yeah, I thought he was decent. I thought he was trying things. He was running like in behind, and we needed that. Um, yeah, it was a much better performance than normal in the Premier League. So yeah, I'll give him a six. Solanke, phenomenal, phenomenal. My man, a match, brace on the day, game changer. Took both his goals well. Yeah, you know, I'm giving Solanke a nine, giving him a nine, a brace. Really stood up today. That's why we paid 65 mil. So yeah, Solanke gets a nine. Javi, tremendous, influential again. He is the orchestrator for this team. He has grown so much within these last 2 months, bro. I'm not gonna try like he looks stronger, faster, skills on the ball, driving forward. direct, and the passing, he's trying things. Xavi gets an 8. Moving on to the subs, let's start with Pape Matasar. I'll give him a 7. I thought he done exactly what we needed him to do. Stood firm, held the shape, um, high pressing, just a solid defensive display in that second half. That's exactly what we needed from Sarr. He gets a 7. Um, who else came on? Wilson came on. I thought he played well. I thought he should have scored as well, but he offered something. Obviously, when he first came on, he wasn't getting much of the ball, but when he did get the ball, he definitely made his presence known. So I'll give him a 7 in my opinion. Tell came on. Tell played well. I didn't think he was not as much as influential as Wilson, but I thought he definitely showed a lot. And yeah, I thought Tell should have really started as well. So yeah, I'll give Tell a 6. Um, who else came on? Who else came on? Byfield came on, the young Tottenham defender. I thought he played well, done exactly what we needed him to do at 2-2, just make it more solid, make it more compact in midfield. Yeah, I'll give Byfield a 6 as well. I'm trying to think, did anybody else come onto to the pitch? No, I think those are all the subs. Yeah, Frank. I don't know what you said at halftime. I don't know what you said, but it clearly worked. The players were definitely taking on your instructions, and we got back into the game, switching, going from a going from a five at the back to a 4-4-2, an extra man in midfield was definitely needed as well. And yeah, I as much as I do want you out, you got back a point, and we need that. We need to climb up the table, bro. So Frank, I'll give you a 7. I think that's the highest one that you got for player ratings. And yeah, player ratings done. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch me here again.